So good morning or good night, depending on where you are, and welcome to another interview of the Shield on a Couch. I'm your host, Hector, and tonight we're joined by Jack Ire, and he's a 16-year-old who is a multi-instrumentalist, plays guitar, and he has a few singles out, and we're here to talk about them and talk a lot about music. So, Jack, how are you tonight?
Doing pretty good.
And you're
How are you?
joined by Morgan, who he sings on your new single that just came out like a few weeks ago, which I heard, which is called Morphine, which is pretty cool single. Uh, when I was listening to that single, it really sounded very 90s type of music.
Yeah, it's very like Nirvana inspired. You know, a lot different from anything else you'll hear from Jack Ire, but
Nice.
yeah,
So
very
so
90s.
nice. So Jack, I was reading your bio. You started playing guitar at 12, so you've been 4 years now playing guitar. Like early on, what inspired you to become a musician and a guitar player? You know, what were your main influences?
Uh, I don't know. I've kind of just because I had like toy guitars, like really cheap guitars, just like around the house all my life, and I guess whenever I got sick in 2019, I say I got sick. I had like I was sick for a few months, and they don't really know what was wrong, but I didn't really have anything to do at the time, so I just kind of started playing guitar and like just figuring it out on my own, start teaching myself.
Nice.
Yeah,
And I gotta say, I his name is not Morgan, it's Dave Frost. I don't know why Morgan came into mind.
That's cool.
it's all good.
I kind of like that, Morgan with morphine. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
that's
I
pretty
don't
good.
know. I was thinking. I think I was thinking about like the drummer from Seven. I don't know why, but yeah, I'm like, no, it's Dave Frost. But
It
so yeah,
sounds it sounds a lot like Seether too. The song does. So maybe Sean Morgan.
yeah, you can get confused. Plus, it's the ending of the year. You know, like uh,
It's
uh,
all good.
you don't know. So Dave, how did you? I know you sing with the Red Mountain. How did you hook up with Jack on this single?
Well, now we've been jamming together for a while. We have another band that we play a lot of local bars and stuff, and we play a lot of cover songs in that band. It's called Day Pay, and Jack actually plays bass in that, and I sing and play guitar in that band, and that's just kind of to make some extra money here and there to fund our original projects. And Jack's brother Chris Mullins, he has done some videos for the Red Mountain before in the past, and so Jack and I have known each other now for several years, and I ended up doing this song because we were literally just he and I were here at the jam room one night messing around with something that used to be a country song, and uh, long story short, like we really enjoyed what we came up with that night, and we were like, we should go record this, and put it out there. So that's kind of how I got in on it, and we came together on it. So
So Jack, I know you're working on new stuff right now, new music, and what can we expect from the tunes that you're working on right now?
Uh, well, they're definitely going to be a lot different from Morphine. Like, it's going to be a lot heavier. I usually write a bunch of instrumentals and stuff, so all the rest of my releases are all going to be instrumental, and they're going to be a lot heavier. Yeah, a lot more complex songwriting.
Nice. What music like what bands are you really into that inspire you?
Um, really like anywhere from like Opeth to like Crowbar and Acid Bath. Like a lot of yeah.
So yeah, you
well,
like a variety of the sludgy with the progressive. So what is the guitar the first instrument that you started playing at 12?
Oh, yes. What guitar?
Oh, that at 12, the first instrument that you started playing was guitar, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. It was guitar. I didn't even start playing bass until I joined Daypay. Like
Okay.
they needed a bassist, and I was a guitar player, and I just kind of learned bass by playing live shows with Daypay.
He kind of just learned on the fly, you know, and but he was great. So we're like, hey, you should do this.
Yeah.
But
Nice.
it was extra. It was extra money for him too to help fund some of these other projects, you know. So
Yeah.
it's a good thing for a young person to get into.
Oh yeah, it's a great, who else can say that at 16 they were putting out music? Like not a whole lot of people. I remember back in the 90s, there was Silverchair from Australia, that they were like 15-year-olds or 14 when they put out their first album.
Wow.
But yeah, not a whole lot of bands. So the song Morphine. So Dave, did you write the lyrics for that song?
Okay, so how this worked out, man, was as I was saying earlier, it started out as a country song, and his brother Chris, who we had worked with in the Red Mountain, and another artist from Nashville named Dalton Black, they had gotten together one night and wrote a country song, and it was like a 3-chord basic, you know, just country song. And so at one point, Dalton had asked me to maybe collaborate with him potentially one day, but they didn't really know what they wanted to do with the song. And fast forward several months down the road, Jack and I were here hanging out, and we were playing, you know, just loud guitars, drums, and we literally just came up with some riffs, and then I started injecting some of those words from the country song into the riffs. And his brother was here that night, and his brother was just like, man, this is what that song needs to be. So for the recording, I changed up some of the lyrics to kind of fit our style a little better. Some of the lyrics are like the original lyrics from Chris and Dalton, but it's kind of, I had to twist them around a lot to really make it more, well, heavier and just to make more sense with what we were playing. So that's kind of where that came from, you know, and yeah, that's where the
Nice,
lyrics stem from.
nice. So Jack, like when you're writing the music and different the instruments, like what is your writing process like for music? Like, do you need to be alone in a room to work on it separately, or do you prefer when you're jamming with other musicians and coming up with the gist of the songs?
Whenever I'm like writing, well, I'm really like always writing music. You know, like whenever I'm at home, I'm always just kind of playing instruments of any sort and just coming up with things constantly. So I have like 500 things that I'm constantly have in mind that I'm writing, and I just kind of find different ideas that can kind of flow together. It's I don't really have a set way of writing. It just kind of happens, you know.
Nice. And for you growing up, like, did who were your like favorite guitar players?
Ooh. I don't know. Maybe. Well, probably like. Well, me and my dad are always like watching like Steve Vai videos like that. So he was probably my biggest influence as I was growing up. You know, to actually get to playing guitar and keep playing. He really inspired me, and I actually got to meet him in Las Vegas not earlier this year, in August of this year, at a
Nice,
guitar. Yeah,
nice. And he's always been a very like this virtuosic guitar player. He can do. I saw him playing with
Yeah.
Chicken Food, I think.
yeah,
That band. I don't know if they're still around, but I saw them like back in a few years ago in Las Vegas, and they were great with Sammy and him. And so yeah, it's awesome that you got to meet your idol. Uh,
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
definitely don't play anything with him, but he was definitely my biggest inspiration.
one of your inspirations. So right now you're working on new songs. So will you have like a full length album coming out in 2023, or are you just gonna like release a few singles here and there?
Well, okay, I haven't released this information yet,
Oh,
but
okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and release it. I'm releasing an EP on January 27th, and
Nice.
pre-orders start New Year's, January the 1st, for that EP.
Nice. So that means we need to premiere this on January 1st.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah.
So people will know like, hey, this is dropping. So yeah, awesome stuff. So you have that EP coming. Is it gonna be only digital EP for now?
For now, I'm gonna have like CDs that I'm gonna like burn myself and sell at like live shows, but it's gonna be digital. It's gonna be out everywhere
Yeah,
digitally.
that's very old school. Like the when we had the C, I remember the burning of the CDs with the favorite songs. And I see on your Spotify and that you have a shirt that you can buy if they
Oh
want to
yeah,
support you.
yeah.
Yeah,
Buy this on all my websites. You go to Shopify.
This exact shirt,
This
the one
exact
like
shirt.
the one that he's wearing,
Yes.
you can
yeah.
actually take it off of him.
Yeah, basically. You can you can pay to come to my house and take it off of me.
Yeah. So and you can't wash it, so it has your smell. So people
Yeah,
can.
yeah.
Yeah.
You have my
So
pheromones on it. Yeah.
yeah. So and
Get
someone
the
will.
full experience.
Yeah, you could put it on a Hard Rock cafe maybe. Like here you have the Jack Ire shirt he wore on the Shield on a Couch interview.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so you
Still
know,
got milk stains on it. Yeah.
yeah, with meal stains on it because obviously you're 16 and you can't drink. You know, if you were in Puerto Rico, you could drink in 2 years.
Whoa.
Might have to look into it, man.
It's 18 here. I know that over there's 21, but the thing is, I think 18 is a good age because they go to 21 and you go crazy over there when you start drinking at
Yeah.
21.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, and you know, you can go to war and get your head blown off at 18, but you can't start drinking or smoking
Yeah,
at 18.
It's weird.
that makes no sense. So
Yeah.
Jack, besides music, like on your downtime, what else do you enjoy doing?
Uh, that's about it.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm always just wrapped up in music. That's pretty much just me at this point. You know what I mean?
yeah, that's awesome. So we know we're at the year end, and probably this video will be dropping at the new year. But like for you, Dave and Jack, like, what were your favorite albums of the year?
Ooh.
You go first.
Hmm. Honestly, that's a hard question.
Yeah,
That is a
I
hard
hear.
question.
I hear you.
I personally like I'm a big Slipknot fan, so I really have been listening to their new one a whole lot from this year. I
Oh,
like the new Goat Horror album.
oh, I actually interviewed them.
Yeah,
The the
they're great
the,
dudes, man.
the
I've
drummer from Goathor, yeah, cool guy.
is that okay? Cool. Yeah, man, they're awesome. I'm trying to think of who else, but
Yeah, yeah. Do not watch my Slipknot album review, or I had it on my top 10 bad albums of the year.
okay. Hey, no, that's cool, man. Because I've been like a lifelong Slipknot fan, and I've
Yeah,
certainly seen the ups and downs. And like this
yeah.
newest album,
It's different.
it's different, and I kind of get it at this point with their age and just all the stuff they've been through. But there's certain songs on it that I think are really great. But as a cohesive thing,
Yeah,
it is strange, to
yeah,
view it as a Slipknot record, honestly.
yeah.
But you know, that's their journey, man, not mine. So
Yeah, but what you have to ask yourself is, what does Corey Taylor think about it?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and from what interviews I've seen, I mean, he seems like he was he was in all in to get it done, but also I think they're wrapping up on Roadrunner Records. I think it's their last album on the with the
Yeah,
deal, and I think they probably were like, let's get this out and over with,
let's get that
So
out.
some of
Yeah,
it was probably rushed, but there again, I don't know,
yeah. So what about you, Jack? What did you listen to the most in the year?
He listened to the Red Mountain the
Yes,
most.
I did. That was my
Yes,
favorite album of the year. Go check
yeah.
out by the Red Mountain.
Yeah, we did. We released our debut album this year, so
Yeah.
I haven't
yeah.
listened to it, so I'll need to check that one out because there's so the thing there's so much music that comes out in a year. Like it's impossible to listen to everything, but yeah,
Oh
I'll
yeah.
definitely check that out. So
Mhm.
so Jack, so right now, obviously, we had an exclusive here. You're putting out an EP on January the 27th, and the pre-orders will be on January the 1st. So yeah, exciting stuff. What more plans do you have for the new year? Any tour plans
Ooh.
or
I
shows?
could,
Because you're 16.
well, it would be nice to go on a tour, but don't know if that's going to be possible at the current age of mine. But I have one show that's planned. It's the same day as the EP release.
Nice.
I'm Jack Ire is opening up a musical. It's Dave's wife, Katie, is putting on a musical at Corinth Coliseum.
Nice.
I'm going to be one of the opening acts for that. So that's my next show that I have planned. Going to be the same day as the EP release.
Well, that sounds cool. Like most 16-year-olds don't have any shows to put out.
Right.
Or I remember when I was 16, we had like bands playing in school and stuff like that, but that's awesome. So yeah, Jack, like both of your songs, they're both very different because the other one is more instrumental, but and very rapid guitar. So uh as you said earlier, you can expect more progressive, more sludge. So uh you don't want to like be pigeonholed into one category. You want to explore different types of music with your guitar. And will you ever do some singing on it, or will you always have like preferred guest vocalists and you just focus on the music?
Maybe one day to be determined.
Yeah.
Really, the only problem that I've been having is coming up with lyrics that I actually like. You know, like I can do music all day, just I, that's my thing. But as far as lyrics, my own actual lyrics, I can't. I'm never happy with what I come up with enough to actually put it in a song.
I can relate because when I was your age, I had a band and I used to write songs, and I read the lyrics now and they're terrible.
I got you.
I had songs and I'm like, what the hell am I talking about? Like plus you could hear the music, like some songs I'm like, this sounds like Nirvana, this sounds like Pearl Jam. Like you could like probably pick out all the bands that I was listening to. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's not easy. So Jack, Dave, it was great chatting with you about uh the single and the upcoming EP and the plans for the band. Like so Jack, besides you, which and they playing, who else plays on the band?
Uh, so okay on Epitaph, that was all me. I played
Nice.
drums, bass, guitar, all that. On the next song that's going to be on my EP, I had a friend of mine, which is the drummer on my shows. He's
Hmm.
going to come in, or he did. He's playing drums on one song on the EP, and I'm doing everything else, but he's playing drums on that. So Morphine, I play drums, bass, guitar. He played guitar and sang another guitar. On Epitaph, I did everything, and on the next song, I did everything except for the drums. That was Jonathan Wiggins.
Nice. Okay.
Big note.
So yeah, people, check out Jack Ire's music. Morphine is out digitally. You can stream it. Also, Epitaph and new music EP coming out on January 27th. So if you like guitar playing, especially on that Morphine song, it sounds like really 90s stuff. If you like that sound, go check it out. So anything else that you would like to say to the people watching the video before we go?
I think that's it. Thank you for having us.
Well, thank you for your time. And until next time, people, this is Hector, the Shield doing a couch, and I'll see you all right here on the couch. Thank you and good night.